Hey guys, back again with another piece of weaponry that I purchased. I had this lower for a while and I thought I would like to have an upper for it that would have a little longer barrel. I could have a little better ballistics while I'm hunting, if I decided to hunt with a small caliber like this for coyotes and so forth. Got to looking around for an upper and ran across Bear Creek. I had a good friend, Ryan McIntosh. You may have seen him in some of the other videos. He had bought one. He'd actually bought a couple, but the one that I saw that he had also the side charging handle on it, and I thought, well, that's kind of neat. And so I thought I would pick one out and buy one. They were running a sale, and I did. The upper handguard, the way it looks and the way it is, I guess, scalloped, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word, but looks a lot like what my PA-10 looked like. Obviously, they're not affiliated. I'm not anyway. And but it's M-lock, and I wasn't going to run a bunch of items on here, lights, lasers, and all of that sort of thing. And I thought, that's fine with me. I can do with less Picatinny. It's got a spiral flute stainless, 416R stainless, which I'm a fan of, especially after having the PA-10 with that stainless barrel in it. It's very accurate. This is a 1-in-8 Wylde, I don't know, chamber, and I thought, I don't have one of those, so let's give it a shot. And so I bought it. The accuracy of it, which I'm going to show it to you real quick. Again, this is obviously unloaded. I've got nowhere to set it. And I'll get a close-up of this here in just a minute. But I shot 4 different loads. This was a 75 grain PRVI. And the grouping was a .275. That's a federal gold match, 73 grain, which I had never even seen that before. I was on SG Ammo, another good place to purchase ammunition, and it grouped at a .3. The Hornady was also a 73 grain, and it grouped at a .44. And then the Winchester match, 69 grain, was at a .6, so not quite as good as the other one. So it seems the 1-in-8 seems to like the little heavier round. Now, these groups that you see were done at 50 yards, and so with this optic, this is a Bushnell Tactical Elite, and it has a dot, which is your main focal point, but then it has crosshairs that stagger down from there for ranges out beyond 100 yards, and that's where you're supposed to zero this, and it is. My point is just that at 50 yards for me, when I can place the crosshair, which what I did was I just placed the very first crosshair on that bottom corner on each one, and so obviously it was running a little high, which it should have been, but that way I can get a very good point of aim. I was taught that by a gentleman that teaches or used to teach a sniper school here in Arkansas on Camp Robinson. I'm not a sniper, I'm not trying to say that. It's just he was very gracious to help me try to shoot a little more accurately, and he had his work cut out for him. So anyway, that's the only reason why I did the 50 yard. And so to me, now this may or may not make any sense, but to me, if I can shoot a 1/2-inch group at 50, theoretically the gun should be able to shoot a 1-inch group at 100 yards. Now I'm not great in math, but that's about as close as I get to being good in math. And 50 yards again is, I have less wind at 50 yards. I have again a much finer, better sight picture for me in my eyes now. And so people have a 50 yard zero, right? So the 5200 yard zero, 36 300, and so on and so forth. So I felt like this would be an accurate representation of what I could do, but yet what the gun could do with these particular rounds. As always, obviously take it out as far as you feel like you're going to be able to shoot, and just make sure that the round is going to impact where you want it. I just bought a cheap Arca rail mount for this and a couple of other guns for the Little Crow Gunworks ball mount that I purchased for the bog, which that video should be, anyway, you can watch it if you want to, but that way. Now let me say this. So I like the gun. The Upper does I wanted a heavier profile barrel, and so again the gun is accurate. I have no issues. I've had zero issues with it running at all. This is the only gun that I've got that's a side charger. I would never do this again. For what this is intended to do is to sit and wait and make a good shot. Okay, great. You know, that's fine. But if I were going to have a gun that would be let's say one gun to hunt with, to have in the house, and all of that sort of thing, I would not do a side charger again. Now, if you started out with something like this and got used to it, if you had an AK and you're used to running that type of platform, then sure, this would be fine. You should have no problems. It's just that I've got everything that I've got is the normal rear charger, and so this is what taught me never to goof around and change with a bunch of platforms and all of that kind of stuff. I had gone and I had shot several of my guns, this one included, and so I had them all pulled apart and they were all over the place and that sort of thing, and I was cleaning and so forth. Well, I went to put this back together and I started looking for the charging handle. Yeah. Then I realized, son, this doesn't have the charging handle. It's got a, yeah. Anyway, but it had the recess already cut into the side of it. So if you wanted to run the bad lever, and I have this on all of my platforms, I'm a fan of it, then that's already with the relief in there, you'll have no problem, because this was pretty beefy back here, and I don't know if they did that for a particular reason or not, but if that was not there, there would be no way you could run that. You could run that bad lever. So in any case, they usually have some pretty good deals on their uppers. I would guess that oh, let me tell you this. So Ryan McIntosh, he purchased a 6.5 upper from them, and I'm going to roll a couple of pictures in here of, I've never seen this happen before. So my point is this: he contacted them. He said that the manufacturer, that Bear Creek, contacted him back very quickly and made it right. But my point is just that you don't always have something that's going to be, fantastic right out of the box, and you want to know that if that situation arises, you can get in touch with someone, and they're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of any issues that they have. So if you have or ordered something, or you want to order something from them, and you do have an issue, obviously this was very cheap, and so when I pull this apart, the bolt carrier is, it's not polished and finished real well, but again, it runs I've never had an issue. So when you buy something that is cheap, on the cheaper end of things, you can expect to not have just the very best in machine work and all of that. And so I just wanted a good barrel that was accurate. I can always change hand guards and those types of things, so that really didn't bother me. But anyway, I didn't have to change any type of buffer, weight, or spring or anything of that nature. It just ran right out of the box, and that's obviously what I was looking for. So it's done everything that I've asked it to do. I've got no issues. Even though Ryan had his problem, they took care of him, and he made a decision to do something else. So anyway, have a great day. It's beautiful here in the state of Arkansas. It's cool, but it is a nice February day, and we are going to that doesn't matter. It's a great day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and all of that. Thanks.